when David Iron Goldstein nominated me for it, I was stunned when I got the call that said I had gotten it, and I looked at all the other pictures of people, and I said, I know who that is, and I know who that is, and I know who that is, and I had, unfortunately, it's weird, I had only ever seen one of them perform before, which was weird, but because theater is such an amazingly small world, I knew who so many of them were, and to be able to come to this place just to, as we were saying earlier, work on process, and work on exploring things, and work on sharing our ideas and our experiences with each other to find out how similar they are. That no matter where you are, they should learn this in the world, I'm sorry if I'm being political, that no matter where you are and who you are, you really all have the same basic experiences. And if you ever get a chance to sit down and talk about that, you find that out. And being afforded that time to do that. And to be in this particular spot, which it doesn't get much cooler or beautiful than this. And I'm saying this is sort of, to someone else, this is like, we may call it a retreat or whatever, but it's sort of like being home, because we've been plopped down in a place that was created by artists and created by people who understand, and it's all sort of built around that idea and built with the idea of this is where I'm going to go to rejuvenate myself and think about it. And the fact that the Lunts did this with themselves and their friends, but were perfectly open. I think if they were still here and alive, they would probably love to be here right now with the rest of us while this was going on, and peeking their head in around stuff and watching what's going on, and probably, you know, trying to keep themselves out of it but not being able to. So it just permeates. It's just the atmosphere. It's just here. You just feel like it's a really big, beautiful, spread out artistic home. I'm going to go back home, I think, with less fear. You know, the week has been about Shakespeare, and that's not my medium whatsoever, which was one of the reasons I was so excited to come. Learning, you know, some of the things about the basics, but basically it's always, it's just Shakespeare. Take a chance. Take a chance. Take your time. Take a chance. Don't be afraid of it. So many of the other people here have had a lot of experience of that's it. Take a chance. Stand up for what you want to do. Explore what you want to do. Talk about what you want to do. Don't be afraid to try this. Don't be afraid to let yourself get pigeonholed in something. That don't let anyone say to you, no, you can't. Sure you can. Sure you can. That's the overall for me, what I'm going to take back.
One of the reasons that both Kim and I, actually, it turned out, were interested in this play, and I know for myself, just speaking as an actor who normally is known back home as a zany, rubber-faced sidekick, that I wanted to explore sort of a different side of Shakespeare and things like that. And one of the things, when I was talking with Lynn as we first began to read this scene, was that you take one of probably the best known villains that is hunchbacked and limps and has a useless arm, and yet in order to get where he's gotten, to try and make him as charming, as sincere as he as possibly can be. So we're going to be doing the scene where I try to woo the widow of the man, one of the men, and whose father-in-law I actually murdered 3 months before.
Lady, know you no rules of charity which renders good for bad, blessings for curses?
Helen, thou knowest nor God nor man, no beast so fierce, but know some touch of pity.
But I know none, and therefore am no beast.
Oh, wonderful when devils tell the truth.
More wonderful when angels are so angry. I did not kill your husband.
Why, then he is alive.
Nay, he is dead and slain by Edward's hands.
When thou foul throat, thou liest. Queen Margaret saw thy murderous falchion smoking in his blood. Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant ye.
Dost grant me, hedgehog? Then God grant me too. Thou mayest be damned for this wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, and virtuous.
The better for the King of heaven that hath him.
He is in heaven. Well, thou shalt never come.
Let him thank me that helped to send him thither, for he was fitter for that place than for earth.
Oh, and thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place else,
Some dungeon.
if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
Black night, o'ershade thy day, and death thy life.
He that bereft thee, lady of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better doth not breathe upon the earth.
He lives that loves thee better than he could.
Name him.
Plantagenet,
Why, that was he.
the selfsame name, but one of better nature.
And where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake.
Never came poison from such sweet a place.
Never hung poison on a fouler toad. Out of my sight.
Even if it's not with that, I just want to come back, and because of them allowing us here, I know if I ever came back, that everyone here would just like, oh, come on in. They would welcome you back with open arms. That got me a little emotional, but I'm not going to cry. That's it.